Welcome to Spotlight 814. I'm your host, Ryan Dolly, and I am with Brenna Thumler.
It's the worst way you've ever said it.
Brenna Thumler.
Hi, everybody. It's good to be here on this Saturday.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice little Saturday. We are here in the studio with Anna McJunkin from
Hi.
Dramashop. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Ryan.
This is your second time on the show.
Oh, it is. That's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about the Zoom one. It didn't feel real in
It
my
didn't
memory.
feel real.
And
yeah,
I wasn't
right?
here, so it barely counts.
Yeah, so it barely counts.
It actually doesn't count.
No, we'll go with this is your first time here. And we're also here with Hannah Richardson from Dramashop as well.
Yes.
And you guys are doing awesome things over there. We love Dramashop. We love it so much.
Yeah, we love it too.
Yeah.
No, I meant you. You too. I just did something that only works for video format. Sorry, everybody.
Well, we're going to keep it anyway. So you guys just had the Originals Festival over at Dramashop.
And these two were heavily involved in many things.
So were you.
Mm-hmm.
So the three of you were, and I was just a witness to some of it. So let's talk a little bit about that. How many people submitted original pieces?
It was between 20 and 30.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a lot. This was the most submissions we've received since we started doing any kind of originals production festival sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that was really exciting, and we had a shorter timeline for it this year, so I was kind of nervous we wouldn't get enough submissions, and we ended up having the opposite problem.
Too many to read in a short period of time.
No, we read them. They were just all very good.
Yeah. Well, that's a great problem to have, though.
Yeah, but then it meant that there were some that were really awesome that just didn't fit in with the rest.
Yeah.
Or like the limited number that we could use. So I want to like revisit those.
Yeah, maybe in the
someday.
future.
Yeah.
Didn't you say there were some from out of state? Like,
there usually are. I don't even remember now, but I know last year we had several that were from like really far away.
Yeah.
Like Florida, I think, was the farthest one.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of the previous season then.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I wonder if they have ties to the area or if they just are big fans of Dramashop in
I don't
Florida.
know. I think there are playwrights who just like look out for any kind of submission call.
Yeah.
Right.
It seemed more like that. Like they weren't really engaged with what we were doing and didn't necessarily want to workshop things with us. It was just like they wanted to get their work out there.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see that happening. Like you get somebody from like London and they're like, oh, submit play. Here, I have a play.
Yeah. You
I
gotta
don't care
cast
what
your
it's
net
about.
far and wide.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
So you guys had 4 shorts.
hmm
They're all about 10 to 20 minutes each. Let's start with those. Let's talk a
Cool.
little about those because Hannah was in all 4 of them.
Every
Oh my
single
gosh,
short.
I'm so sorry that I was.
No, we loved it. It was great. So let's talk a little bit about that and like who are the writers and
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fun thing that we did this year was we read all of the submissions blind. So we had somebody from our creative team who wasn't reviewing submissions like drop all of them in a folder without anybody's names on them.
Oh, I love that.
Top secret, covert.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was especially helpful when we were reading the shorts because we knew which one was from Brenna, obviously, and and we knew Howard's right away, also.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to discern. Yeah.
But for the shorts, it truly was an anonymous reading, and we kind of had to just choose the 4 that we felt worked together as far as length and kind of tone.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ended up with someone who used to be on our creative team, Adam Rossi, who moved away a couple years ago. And we've done a few other things of his in past festivals. So I was really excited to see his name on that one because it was one of my favorites. It was Drunk Word, Sober Thoughts.
That was a good one.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah, I
personal
really
favorite as
enjoyed that
well.
one.
Yeah. We tried really hard to get him to make the trip. So now we're all shaming him for not driving all the way from, oh God, somewhere south, one of the Carolinas or Virginias. I'm really sorry, Adam.
Oh, I feel like
forgot.
it might be Virginia. 'Cause
Virginia?
Wasn't that in the show too? Of the West Virginia.
Mothman is West Virginia.
Yeah, I feel like he's
Yeah.
West
West
Virginia.
Virginia.
That's not that
Let
far
us
away.
know, Adam, if you're listening.
Yeah. Okay.
I have gone
Adam-
to see Mothman because my best
Whoa.
friend is obsessed with Mothman.
Whoa.
That's adorable.
Do they see them as a harbinger of death or like a
I feel like
a good guy?
I feel like she's team good guy.
Team good guy.
Good Mothman's a good
I like that.
man.
Yeah, reclaiming.
And
like,
she
no.
does like the abs. So
How can you say no to Mothman abs?
yeah. You can't. Yeah, simply can't.
You can't. Impossible.
All right, so we should publicly shame Adam Rossi for not coming here. So on a count of 3, everybody say shame. 1, 2, 3. Shame.
Only because we miss you, though.
That's the first time we've ever done that. It'll probably be the last
public
time.
shame. No, it's definitely not.
Not
we
the
must find someone to shame every episode.
Okay, I like that. I
It
like
won't
that.
be that hard.
That could be a segment that somebody can sponsor. We could have
The
the Warner
shame
Books
segment.
public shame segment.
I love it. It's like the Mask of Shame, but
Yes, but not quite as
Closer
horrifying.
oh man. Back to the shorts, though.
Yeah.
We had other local people. Daniel Collette, who does a lot of work at the Erie Playhouse. He wrote License to Marry, which was just kind of like a very clever, like it read as funny, but then after Jassy cast the show and directed it the way that he did, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And
Jassy
when-
did an incredible job.
Oh yeah,
with
he's
all
an
those shows.
awesome director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love seeing
I
what
want
he
to
does.
work with him so bad.
Yeah.
It was so fun working with him.
Yeah.
I think when we had the playwright panel, I think Daniel was a little bit surprised at how different the short was in live production than what he initially wrote.
Yeah.
So it was cool to see how that can happen from
Yeah.
the beginning of the writing process to actually bringing something to life. It
It's
can
it's
take a
really
journey.
interesting, like how as a writer it's in your head as something totally different, and then when it gets to a director they just see it as something else. And
Yeah.
and like it's just completely different.
Well, I think he mentioned he pretty much just came up with a list of questions. Like that was
Yeah.
kind of his thought process. Like what questions would someone ask a married couple? And that was kind of what the show was. And when you think like the way that people can ask questions,
Mhm.
it's so open ended.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot
Yeah.
of room for Jesse to be able to play there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of like what they're not saying happening
Yeah.
in that
Yes.
one. So that
Mhm.
was a lot of fun. And then Clarence Corner training video was Chris Peterson, who is part of our creative team right now. And that one was really fun and clever.
Yeah, it was really
And yeah, I just really enjoyed that one. I think just in terms of like the little twist at the end, that was like my favorite
Yes.
like ending.
Vengeance is sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
Good morning, Amanda.
Oh yeah, you guys could just do it right now. Let's go.
I can't hear the word however now
Mhm.
without
However.
like the point,
The point.
and everything.
Awesome song.
Yeah.
And the fourth short was called Line by Benjamin Snyder, who was originally from Titusville, but did a lot of stuff at the Erie Playhouse and Dramashop right before they moved to New York to go to Tisch.
Mm.
And I first met them doing Into the Woods at the Playhouse. And such a fun, sweet, talented person. I miss having been around also, but that one, again, it had like a kind of breaking the fourth wall twist that was just so much fun.
Yeah.
I love when we fool the audience into thinking that like something's actually gone wrong.
My
Yes.
parents were really confused. They were like, wait, she literally forget her line? you sold it really well.
Nice.
I loved when Kenna screamed obscenities at you. And it just like, I don't know why it made me happy. Like, because I
Thank you.
never hear
Thanks.
that from Kenna.
Thank you so much.
Because it's so
Right.
different from Kenna. Like,
Yeah.
I work with Kenna, and they are not that way at all.
No.
So when I heard them say, "Shut the boop up, Brenna," and, like push her out of the way, I was like,
I was saying to Ryan at first when we had to rehearse, when Kenna pushes me over into the seat,
Yeah.
they were so gentle, just like kind of tapping me along. Took a while to work up to the full director anger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. And then of course, you had Howard's piece,
Yeah.
which I didn't get a chance to see. I am so sad about that, but I know Howard's writing, and he's incredible. He's a genius. Like,
I agree.
he's a genius.
I think he's a brilliant writer.
Yeah.
So creative and such just a delightful person.
Yeah. Yeah. And
we love
then-
you, Howard.
We love you, Howard. Yeah.
When you can just
Public no shame for Howard.
Yeah.
when you can just tell it's somebody's piece and it's not something that's ever been done before. Like
Exactly.
that's the mark of a true creative.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And speaking of a true creative, Delicate's the musical, which was brilliant.
Thanks.
And I can't wait to see where that goes.
Yeah,
Me too.
I've started. I'm going to start writing the dad song. I've like sat down at the piano.
I walked in last
I'm-
night and she was playing like a new melody, and I was like, "What's this?"
Oh my
it's
God.
in the works. Yeah.
That's the one that every time we got to it in rehearsals, I'd be like, unfinished sad dad song, you guys.
Sad dads.
I want to be a sad dad in that show. I really want to be a sad dad.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that one and the like big ensemble trick or treat song
I-
that I'm
I-
imagining.
Yeah. That's gonna be
Yeah.
like the only other happy number.
Yeah.
I feel like it could use a happy number.
I think so too. Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
still have elements of sadness. It's kind of like an upbeat number, but the words will be sad.
That's the best.
I love that.
That
Like
is
waving
best.
through a window.
It's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Wave through
yeah.
window vibes.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, yeah.
yeah, and hey yeah, those are
Yeah.
the two that's gonna inspire this song.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love it.
I love that. So the other production in the festival that we didn't talk about initially because it wasn't submitted to us was Hades in the One Year Winter by Charlotte Stowe, which is something that I found on New Play Exchange back like last spring when we were looking at the season for this year. And we knew we wanted to put that one on our slate. So it ended up being part of the festival when we kind of consolidated the spring a little bit.
Mhm.
And then Charlotte came to visit us from
Yeah.
Boston
That's
and was
awesome.
here for the
Mhm.
final weekend.
She did a workshop, right? Or
She did.
playwriting
She did a
workshop.
playwriting
It was
workshop.
great.
Yeah, it was so fun. I did not go to that thinking like I'm a playwright and I'm gonna work on something because of this workshop. But I left and I had like a whole idea that I wanted
Yeah.
to revisit. So,
That's so cool.
she was great. She became like best friends with all of us. We're all hoping that she can come back and visit now. She's very fun.
Yeah.
So
Now, New Play Exchange, there've got to be thousands and thousands of plays on there, right? So
Yeah.
like, how do you even go about finding a play?
it has
you
a
wanna do.
really, really refined like search feature where you can narrow down to like very specific attributes that you're looking for. So like I was searching for cast size and like flexibility in genders of characters. I was looking for a playwright who was either a woman or queer, things like that. It was kind of it got very specific, and then there weren't that many results by the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was one of them, and then it was really funny and great. So
Cool.
yeah, I think the people who worked on that show had a really awesome experience, and then to meet her at the end of it was just extra special. So
Yeah.
Right. No,
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's another one that I missed, but I've heard nothing but great things about it.
yeah,
So,
it was good.
yeah. Well, I'm glad she came and got to connect with everybody, and I know everybody that was at the workshop really like took away a lot from that. So
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
yeah,
awesome.
for sure.
Awesome. So you guys are kind of in a transition period right now. You have Alice by Heart coming up, and that's going to be the last production in the Renaissance Center,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about Alice by Heart first, and then we'll go into the transition a little bit. You, Anna, are directing that, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Hannah is assistant director.
Hannah is
Yeah,
assistant directing. I did not know that.
This is true.
So that is good to know. I can't wait to see it. The cast is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's such
They're
a good
awesome.
cast. And the show is so good.
I know.
Like you just have every little recipe piece you need. Recipe piece? What?
Ingredients.
Ingredients of that song. I'm going with
Shame.
recipe piece. Don't shame me.
Shame.
Oh. Recipe piece. Let's go with that.
It's whimsical.
It is. It's whimsical. You have every recipe piece you need for a great show, and I can't wait to see it.
So tell us a little bit about what the show is. What's
Yes.
it about?
Do you want to talk about that, Hannah?
Sure. It's a bunch of people that are kind of forced together to live in like the underground in London because it's during World War II. So it's like during the Blitz and everything. And it centers around this girl, Alice, who is struggling with, she's lost her family and she finds a friend that she's had since childhood, but he's very ill and in order to kind of find some kind of peace or like happiness, carve out some happiness during this kind of craziness, she says, why don't we go back and we reread Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, because that used to bring us so much comfort when we were young. And that is the setting. And I don't want to give too much away, but
Yeah, you can't give too much
Yeah.
away.
yeah. And then beautiful things happen. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I watched a bootleg of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can shame me for that.
I've seen it.
Yeah, but it's so good. It's so good, and I without ruining it, like I just can't wait to see what you guys do with it. It's gonna be
Yeah.
beautiful.
I found out today that Jessie Nelson wrote the book, the same woman
Yeah.
who did the Waitress book, and I was like, now I'm even sadder that I'm not going to be able to. Well, I'll be able to see it. I'll be able to see like the first weekend, but
Yeah.
I won't be here to actually be in it.
Yeah.
Um,
Shame.
Brenna, where are your priorities?
Yeah.
I know.
Education.
Yeah, I have some things to say about the show.
Say it.
Can I? Okay.
Yeah.
So it was
Fun
originally
facts with Brenna.
it was originally commissioned by London's Royal National Theatre in 2012, and so Duncan Sheik and Stephen Slater, they were developing it just as like music at first. They didn't really come up with the story yet, and then Slater went to see Theater Geeks of America perform in LA, the Spring Awakening. He went to see it with Leah Michele, and she was just starting out Glee at the time.
Yeah.
And Sater had met her when she was 14 years old. And so he like turns to her, and like Leah Michele actually ends up inspiring what Alice by Heart comes to be, because he's imagining like Leah growing up in like, and while watching Spring Awakening, and he's like, this could kind of be about leaving childhood behind. And so Leah Michele was the inspiration.
Oh my god, I did
for
not know
Alice
that.
by Heart.
It makes sense because I know like Stephen and Leah are really close ever since Spring Awakening.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he and Duncan Sheik wrote Spring Awakening together as well.
Yeah. Are there other shows they've done together?
No.
Is
Those are the only two shows that Duncan Sheik has done. Stephen Sater, I believe, has done other shows, but I'm not sure.
Because Stephen is the lyricist, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
Duncan is the
I think so.
Yeah. And Stephen Slater also worked on the book with Jessie Nelson
Okay.
for the show. In an interview they did together, Duncan Sheik and Stephen Slater, they were discussing the common denominator in their projects, and they talked about it being like living within a historical moment. And he said the show is really about like being in an insane situation when people have been traumatized and literally gone crazy. And Spring Awakening was in the wake of the Columbine shooting. And they said this is very, like, Alice by Heart is so relevant, like, in this time of political turmoil.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what they were talking about there. They also said that the orchestrations that they originally came up with were wind, brass, and strings, because they imagined it being like the military band in the 1940s.
Okay.
Are you guys going to have like a live orchestra? Okay.
We are.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Do you know how big it's going to be? Like how many people are
Oh
playing
gosh,
for
I think
it?
it's seven
Oh,
people. I
okay.
can't remember if that's including the conductor or not. But yeah, that's a number of people that will be back there.
Yeah.
That's a number.
Where are they going to be actually playing? On the stage, everyone? Or?
Behind the stage in like the most upstage left corner.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Can't
Do you
wait.
already have your whole orchestra put together?
We have most of them. Our music supervisor is kind of handling that for us, and then working with the music director for the show. So I'm trying to, mind my own business, not worry about it.
Who is the music director?
Will Stedman, and
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
he's the music supervisor, and then Julia Pulaski is the music director for the
Gotcha.
show.
Okay. Cool.
So I know we have a lot of our kind of like old faithful musicians. We have Liz Allward on percussion.
Love Liz. Love
Dan
Liz.
Bainbridge on cello.
Dan.
He plays cello.
Yeah, he plays it like
He works for the post office and he plays cello.
He's your dream
so
man.
Cool.
He's your dream man.
He weaves baskets too. Like he's
He
a Renaissance
loves stickers.
man. Yeah,
He's a big sticker guy.
yeah, we love Dan.
We love Dan too. Yeah.
We also have Dan Lucore on guitar, Deb Morvay on reeds. I know there's someone that is new to us on trumpet, and I don't remember his name. I think it's starts with an M. I'm not going to try to guess.
Mm.
And then there are a couple others. We're going to need a keyboardist. I think there may be more developments on that, but I'm not sure yet. I think there's another guitar, but it's in the works.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I can't wait. When do you guys open?
June 7th.
June 7th. And how many weeks is the run?
It's till June 30th. Is
Yes,
that
it's
for
wow.
the whole
4
month
weekends?
of June.
Yeah.
Man. Look at you guys.
Mhm.
I know.
Can't wait. How about this? We're going to switch it up a little bit. Talk about Diary of a Wimpy Kid first.
Okay.
And then we're going to take a break and then talk about some of the fundraising stuff in the future of Dramashop. And I don't know why I'm doing this with my fingers.
Spooky hands.
Spooky
Spooky
hands.
fingers.
Visual medium alert.
I know, yeah. We do that a lot here. We saw Diary of a Wimpy Kid last night at the Erie Playhouse. Last week's guest, Cavin Kress, and his father, Richard. Cavin was incredible.
Richard told us last night that Cavin is off stage a total of 1 minute.
Yeah.
For
The entire
the-
show.
the entire
It's a
show.
2.5 hour show.
Wow.
It was
a good
It was
two.
closer to 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
like, that kid is on stage. He's
Wow.
singing or
Running
speaking
it.
the entire time.
Yeah.
I-
Or just like, even if he's in silence, he still has to perform and react
Yeah.
to everybody. And
And he's 12.
crazy. Yeah.
He's incredible. I
He-
couldn't, like, I don't even know if I could read when I was 12.
He was incredible. And then, I have the program here.
Oren,
Oren.
that kid's a superstar. You guys have to see this kid. He is like, he reminds me, like, physical humor wise, like, of like a young Chris Farley, like a
Okay.
child Chris Farley.
Okay.
Oren,
love it.
Oren Stifler is his name.
He was so funny. Like, everything he did physically, he would just, like, his hands and everything. He's like,
Every
Like-
single choice that he made, like, he's so smart. I wouldn't have known what to do to be funny at that age.
Aw.
Like, the way he read his lines,
Yeah.
he's so fantastic.
Yeah, so many of those kids in the show, like, they were great.
The songs were well written. It's like a really good show. It's weird because it's not really a solid storyline. It's kind of like these vignettes pulled from the Diary of the Wimpy Kid books,
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
and there are like climaxes and
Yeah.
resolutions, but it's more like little snippets of the Wimpy Kid's life, and it was kind of weird for me to get into at first.
Same.
It kind of felt like, where's this going? Because it just keeps switching. Like,
Yeah.
it's going somewhere and then it takes a different turn. But then I guess for Wimpy Kid fans, it's got to be great to see so many elements of their favorite books coming to life.
Yeah,
I wish I knew more about the books. I wish I knew
Right.
like,
yeah. I've
are
never
all
read
of
one.
these. I mean, all the characters are obviously pulled from the books.
Yeah,
A really enormous cast. Like, it's got to be really hard to control
Mhm.
yeah.
Angle.
Oh,
all
well,
those kids.
we heard there was some. They had to bring in some reinforcements on Wednesday
Oh.
Yeah.
because there was a lot of chatter backstage.
Oh boy.
I mean, when you have like 40 kids, it's just like it's inevitable.
I also want to shout out Anika Lexfold, who
Annika.
directed it.
Annika.
Annika.
Annika, yeah.
Annika. Yeah.
We just pronounced it every way possible, just in case.
She also choreographed the show, and I
Choreography
was
was
really
great.
impressed.
Yeah.
Was it Richard who said that she does it very originally? Like, she doesn't really use a lot of inspirations. Didn't he mention that?
I think
in
so.
the last episode.
Yeah.
But it was just very clean and simple enough for the kids to follow, but
Mhm.
not dumbed down. Like,
Yeah.
it was very clever and a lot of interesting moves and funny choreography. Like, she did it in a way that was humorous a lot of the times when it had to be. It was really good.
Yeah, if you guys get a chance to see it, go. It's so worth it.
Wasn't
sounds great.
Daniel Collette also working on that?
Yeah, assistant director.
Yeah.
Assistant director.
Yeah.
Okay, because I couldn't remember if he was the
Annika's
director.
his wife.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
But I remember at the playwright panel when he was there, he mentioned working on that show and feeling like really proud of it. Like
Mhm.
like it was like one of the best things he'd ever worked on.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to
No,
hear.
it's
how well
really,
it has
really
gone.
great.
Yeah. Like can we talk about like the way people are naming their kids now?
Yeah.
Like we were looking through.
The program, like all the kids' names are so different now.
There's just no Sarah or like Jessica anymore. It's like
yeah.
these names are bananas, man. but they're
But in, like,
great.
they're
They're really
great
great
ways.
names. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like,
only
not
other
to shame any of the parents because we love the
No,
names.
the names
It's
are
just they're
great.
so different from what we had in our classes growing up.
The only other Oren I know is Oren from Parks and Rec. The creepy.
That's the only one I know.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Wow, forgot about him.
Yeah. I mean, you got like there's an Amelia.
Yeah.
There's an Aaron.
Yeah.
But then there's Brim.
Brim.
Oh.
Brim.
Brim.
What was what was the one I was saying with the Australian accent last night?
It was Piper Cuts.
Piper Cut.
Yeah.
Piper Cuts.
Yeah. I love that name, Piper.
Yeah,
though.
it's a great name.
Yeah. So it's just like interesting to see how things have changed
Yeah.
Oh my
name wise
gosh.
in reality.
Yeah.
This whole time I was trying to remember why I had just yesterday been thinking about Oren from Parks and Recreation. And it was because I was watching Insidious 2, and there was an Oren listed in like the title credits at the beginning of the movie, and I was like, oh, I haven't thought about Oren in a while. Remember that crazy guy?
Human Farm.
I can't remember what Oren looks like from Parks and Rec. So I'm
He looks
looking
like
it
the
up right
lead
now.
singer of an emo band.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, he was Eric Eisenhower. Or that's his name. He
That's
was
so
Oren.
funny. What a conventional name.
I know.
Eric
I know.
unconventional character.
All right, yeah, I remember him now.
Yeah. So anyway, if you all have the chance to go see Diary of a Wimpy Kid, go see it. It's running through May 19th.
Do it.
You got some time.
Bring your kids; they'll love it.
I guess no, that's only next weekend, isn't it?
19th.
Yeah, 19th. Yeah.
Yeah.
My word.
It is my word.
word.
My
My
word,
word.
indeed.
Time. What is time?
Where's the time gone?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take our Warner Books coffee break, and we're gonna be right back. Hey, we're back.
Yay.
We had just had our Warner Books coffee break. What you drinking, Brenna?
Want to take a guess?
That's a real dumb question. I know.
Reader's Rose.
Whoa! What?
Whoa.
Reader's Rose from our friends at North Edge.
Yeah.
North
coffee.
Edge Brewing, or brewing coffee. I don't know.
Coffee
you
roasters.
brew coffee.
They don't
Roast
brew
co-
the coffee.
No, I don't know. My head's not. Okay, I quit. And I'm having a iced pistachio latte, and it is
Yum.
it is tasty. It tastes like
Yeah.
a cookie. I love it. All right, so Warner Books. Is anything going on at Warner today? I think they just have some book clubs. You guys have your book club on Saturdays, right?
We do. It's like one Saturday a month, and
Okay.
I don't remember when this month's book club is.
That's fair.
You're reading Aliens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I read the premise. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
the Annie Baker one? Of the
I don't know who wrote
I feel so
it.
bad. I have not had any time to like devote to the book club at all this year.
I mean,
But we like it's handled. Like we've got Kara Headley moderating, and the selection is very cool.
Yeah.
But I forget what they're reading right now.
It definitely is aliens, but I can't remember the place.
If it
I
is
know.
Annie Baker, it's gonna be really like bizarre.
yeah.
in a great way.
It sounded
Yes.
bizarre. It's like these people who end up in an alley and they decide
Yeah.
to start a band.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And there's like something with like a
What
younger
else are
high
you gonna
school
do?
So when I
student.
end up in an alley, I start a band. That's-
Yeah, Annie Baker. It's set
Okay.
in Vermont.
Ooh.
okay.
Yeah.
That's where you go if you want to start an alley band.
That's what I'll do this summer.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Warner Books, go check them out. We love them. They are selling boxes of scones right now.
Yeah, they have like a Mother's Day special
Yeah.
thingy, right?
Yeah.
The scones look real good.
They do. They
Mm.
do. I got a box of them in my car right now, and my mom better be careful because I might eat them all.
I was just thinking, like, my mom can't have those because she can't have gluten. So maybe I just need to buy some for myself.
Be like, Happy
Yeah,
Mother's Day,
give her
Mom.
something
Oh,
else.
yeah. Sorry.
I am the product of a mother. I deserve scones too.
Without me, there would be.
Yeah, without me, you're not a mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like that. We're going to talk a little bit about Mercyhurst Institute for Arts and Culture 2024-2025 season. They just announced Thursday, and it is going to be incredible. Aaron Tveit is coming back. So we just
There's
saw
no
him.
getting rid of him now.
No, there's no getting rid of him. We just saw him in Sweeney Todd. I feel I've seen him twice this year already, and it'll be 3 by the end of this one.
I'm so glad 'cause I didn't get to see him when
Yeah.
he came this past season. So.
Yeah,
I
so-
didn't either.
he's
and
great.
I'm like, I got to make it this time
Yeah.
around. I
He's
got to make it
fantastic.
happen.
And then Ari Shapiro's band, Pink Martini, is coming.
Okay.
Okay.
So where I'm from, Tampa, this is like a Tampa Cuban band, Pink Martini, and
Yeah.
my godmother like loves them, and so
No
that is
way.
just so lovely that we're
I
tied.
so it doesn't actually mention that he will be
No,
there. It says
but I'm
China.
hoping he makes a little appearance because he was incredible. But China
What?
Forbes,
Yeah, China Force. But I figure it's like clearly they keep their connections from the past, and
Yeah.
I'm sure he's the one who helped get Pink Martini there.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
maybe they'll bring him back.
Cross your fingers,
Yeah.
everybody.
What a cool guy.
Yeah, he was a cool guy. We hung out with him in the parking lot with Alan Cumming. It was great.
Nice.
It was great. Yeah,
Was that like serendipitous, or did you like?
it just kind of happened. We were walking to the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, well, we were inside talking with our friends for a long time, and then like we were the last ones there, and they kind of were shooing us out. And by the time we got outside, Ari Shapiro and Alan Cumming were just hanging out by the stage door.
Yeah,
And you started a band then, correct?
Yeah.
Right?
yeah. An alley
Yeah.
band.
That's so cool. I'm sure that you've like told this story on here, and I'm not caught up, and I'm so sorry.
it's
but I'm like just so like
We'll tell it again.
bedazzled.
They
that
were
you got to hang out with
such
them.
good people. They were
Yeah.
good people. They were.
Well, yeah, we mentioned that we were in cabaret.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because Alan Cumming.
Mhm.
And then we hear Ari Shapiro going to other people's like, those people over there, they were in cabaret. He's like, come over, guys. Come over and meet these guys from cabaret. He's like, he's introducing us to
Well,
other people.
Alan Cumming is like showing us pictures of his dog.
Lala.
And we're
His
like,
dog
this
Lala.
is the best.
Oh
The
my
best.
god, that makes me. I'm like misty. I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
I know.
You can just tell that they're very genuine human beings
Yeah.
in real life.
So I really, really hope Ari Shapiro is with Pink Martini when they come.
Yeah.
That'll be great. Melissa Errico is doing a night of Sondheim.
Ooh.
That'll be November 30 or November 7th. 7 and 30 are not even close. Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox is coming Wednesday, December 11th, and they are always fun. Their videos are great. I can't wait to see them live. Yamato, the drummers of Japan, which
the
looks
short
so
clip,
cool.
yeah, the short clip in the video they posted, I was like, what?
It looks
I
incredible.
have to see this.
Yeah, so
Looks
that's
awesome.
that's February 4th. And then Betty Buckley is coming back, their artist in residence, with Seth Rudensky, and I believe he is also a playwright and
Yeah, I didn't recognize who that was.
but that'll be Saturday, March 29th. And then the big one, Patti LuPone.
April 10th.
Whoa.
I mean, Brett got the big guns out for that one.
He is an American musician, actor, writer, and radio host.
Gotcha.
They love getting their radio hosts.
That's right.
now.
He used to be like the Broadway radio guy. That's how I know the name.
Currently the host of Seth's Big Fat Broadway.
Yeah. So, Patti LuPone, if you go to that show, you better make sure you turn your phone off because she will stop the show like mid-song.
Yeah.
I've seen it done. It's crazy. So, Mayak, that's going to be a great season. Can't wait. Let's talk a little bit about the Academy Theater in Meadville. Their next season is pretty dope. They're starting their season with Rocky Horror, which they're bringing back from 2 years ago.
I am excited for that one.
And if it's the same cast, that cast is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it'd be great.
And then they're going to have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Into the Woods, which you talked about earlier. So,
I've done that one twice.
yeah. Who are you?
The first time I was the stepmother, and the second time I was Cinderella's mother.
Awesome. Awesome.
So maybe I'll be Jack's mother if I go out for
There
it
you
this
go.
time.
Or the baker's wife.
Right? She is a mother.
She's a
isn't
mother,
she?
yeah.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I will say I've only seen the film version.
It's not good.
So I know maybe like I'm definitely basing it off of that. I was
Yeah.
like, I do not like Into the Woods because I did not like the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But-
don't even count. It doesn't count in my mind.
No.
Yeah, you got to watch the original Broadway one.
Yeah. One movie you can watch out of these is The Producers.
I think
That
I've
movie's
seen
good.
that. Yeah. Matthew
So-
Broderick,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So that's next in the season, and then they're closing it out with Rock of Ages, and I am so excited for that one.
Okay.
I'm like ashamed to say I'm not familiar with Rock of Ages.
Yeah. Don't watch the
unless-
movie.
Well, okay, so I was gonna ask like what the songs are, if it's like popular songs. Is it like
Don't Stop Believing's in there?
Yes, like all
it's
like
Uh,
80s rock.
Yeah.
80s rock?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so like Rock of Ages is a thing in Queen, right? There's a Queen song.
No, there's no
Mm-mm.
Queen in that one.
Yeah.
It's like hair metal
Yes.
music.
Okay.
So like Foreigner, God, Journey.
This is all a genre that I don't care about. So I
Fair.
was gonna be like, oh, cut the part where I didn't know about Queen. Whatever.
Whatever. It's one.
What is that Queen musical though?
Yeah, there's
yeah,
music
it's-
with Queen.
We will rock you.
We
is that
Will
what it
Rock
is?
You.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so
Oh.
bad. That's really bad. I love Queen.
See, I was not that far
No,
off.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's very similar. Same thing.
I love Queen, but that musical sucks. It's not good.
It's very strange.
Yeah. All right. So we got through all the stuff that we need to get through. Now let's talk a little bit more about what's going on with Dramashop.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
Well, it's funny how everything sort of timed out this spring because within the company at Dramashop, we had been looking at how we've kind of been outgrowing the space at the Renaissance Center for a while. Like as much as we love it there and it's so cool and unique, there are a lot of challenges just with like how old the building is and how like in order to keep doing the kind of stuff we would like to do, we need like a more functional space like electronically.
Mhm, yeah.
You know, with just more outlets and things like that. And it's not wheelchair accessible. We've kind of tried to get around that as best as we could. And it's worked so far, but only for like one or two people at a time. And so we really want to make our space more accessible, both on stage and backstage, which currently it's not.
Right.
And just being in like a downtown large building with a lot of other spaces, it's been more and more difficult for us to just access or like to allow the public in to see shows. So it's helped the last couple years to have the storefront space so that we can at least have our box office down there. But for times when, like, for example, if we have a festival going on where there's a lot of different directors working on something at once, it was really hard to like have enough keys to the building to get
Right.
like people in to rehearse. And with the festival, and if we have another show rehearsing at the same time, there's like not enough rehearsal space. So we've kept growing and growing with the scope of what we're trying to put on, and it's been really hard to make that work in that space. And then when it became a little bit of a mystery what was going to happen with the sale of the Renaissance Center for a while, they were kind of working on those plans and didn't want to tell anybody anything that might change or wasn't necessarily set in stone.
Mhm.
So it was going to be a mystery for an indefinite amount of time, like what the future of that building would be and whether we would have a space or not.
Right.
So we decided that at the end of our current lease, which is the end of this August, that we would move out of there and find a different space that sort of better accommodates all of those things. And then we made that announcement to the public, and then it was like later in the week that this really detailed article about the new owner and what his plans for the building are, that this article came out, and we were like, oh, did we spur something? I don't think so. I think it was just a coincidence.
Yeah,
but it felt good to be kind of ahead of that, I think,
That's
so
good.
that
Yeah.
people didn't think that we were kind of like spinning it somehow, because we weren't kicked out.
Right.
By any means. So, yeah, all of the timing of that was,
Serendipitous.
yeah,
It
exactly.
just worked out. Yeah. Yeah.
And it all
Yeah.
just speaks to Dramashop's success. It's like
Yeah.
all how Dramashop's grown and how you just like need something bigger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and I have to imagine that it's tough to get like, set pieces in that building.
Oh, yeah.
And like, my God, it's like you don't have any loading area. It's
Right.
you have to come in through the downstairs,
Mm-hmm.
go up the elevators or go up the steps, and like it's got to be so tough to like
Yeah.
find the logistics of stuff like that.
Yeah, anything longer, like any lumber or flats longer than I don't know if it's 8 feet. Definitely anything longer than that like doesn't fit in the elevator. So there's a lot of like carrying heavy things up the stairs and maneuvering around the curvy hallway, and then like like hoisting things over the ramp.
Mhm.
And I have like a picture in my phone of like the cast of the Crumple Zone last year trying to all maneuver a couch like
no.
over the
In my head, that's what it was, like a couch.
Yeah.
Like, how
Yeah.
would you get a couch in that space?
Yeah,
Right.
Like,
it's tricky.
Yeah. Like a simple thing like a couch. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
it kind of like helped us get really specific about what things we're looking for, and it's like a parking lot,
Mhm.
like keys to the front door,
Yeah, yeah.
a water fountain in the dressing room area, and like a functional bathroom in the dressing room area.
Right.
You're not asking for a lot here, just
Right,
like
Yeah,
basic
yeah, yeah.
needs.
I know,
Necessities,
and
man.
like a large like first level door to get things in and out. So we have been kind of keeping a list of like no detail is too small
Right.
for what we would be looking for in a new space.
Mhm. Have you like found any spaces that may work?
We have a few that we're kind of keeping a pulse on,
Mhm.
but it's all very like we're just kind of keeping our eyes open at the moment.
Like real early stages right now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
'Cause
No,
they got a musical to do.
You do.
Yeah,
You do.
I'm very busy with that. I'm not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. That's awesome though. I really hope you guys find something that you like and something that really works for you guys.
Yeah.
And you can help support Dramashop in general by going to see Alice by Heart.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Buy
Yeah.
some tickets there.
Buying tickets,
Uh,
sponsorships.
yeah, you there is a
Mhm.
sponsorship opportunity for Alice by Heart, right?
Yeah, we are currently looking for sponsors for the show. We have 2 tiers of sponsorship. You could be a title sponsor, which I forgot. I think it's $1,000 to be a title sponsor. And there are lots of perks that come with that. We promote you on our website, on social media. You get a bunch of comp tickets. You get a shout out in the curtain speech. Good like visibility partnership wise, and a full page program ad. And then there's supporting sponsorships, which are 500.
I think 5.
And it's kind of a similar but just like lower scale perks for that.
Mhm.
And we can have as many of each of those as we want. So and this is really a huge expensive show just in terms of like how many cast members we have. It's technically a period piece, so costumes are a little more specific than what we tend to do like modern day.
Yes.
People like bring their own closet sort of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is it a set heavy show?
No, but that's because I was determined to not do that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sparse. We removed the stage from Dramashop recently so that we could use that whole area where the stage was, just like the floor. And we have a lot of choreography in this show that we don't normally do at Dramashop, so we need like a lot of room for that.
Yeah.
So
Can
Yeah.
I say too that I love the design that Anna has come up with for the set for Alice by Heart, because it takes advantage of everything that's in the Renaissance building and like that space in particular. So, we get to see the mirror and the murals on the wall, and it just works because it makes you feel like you're in the tube. You know?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
So I just
Yeah.
really appreciate that Anna saw that and did that.
Can't wait.
Thank you.
It's going to look
Cool.
amazing. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
yeah, that was the other reason I wanted to kind of just use what was there instead of trying to recreate
Mm-hmm.
the tube station, because
Yeah.
it's big arches already.
Yeah.
So
Erie has it.
Erie
Erie's
has it. Erie's got it.
Erie.
Yeah. So where can people that are interested in sponsoring the show reach out?
they can reach out to me at anna.mcjunkin@dramashop.org.
Awesome.
And you can find out all that information on either the Dramashop Instagram page or the
Or the
Facebook
website.
page or the website.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, for
Yeah.
more details on those different levels.
Awesome. And
Is it .com? I think my email address is .com.
is it .com? I feel like it's a .org.
The Dramashop is
The
.org.
website is,
but-
but
Oh.
the email address is .com. Everybody, I'm sure now.
Interesting. I'm sure now. And if there's any other way that people can support Dramashop, let us know. And
Yeah. We are also selling program ads. If a sponsorship is not attainable, we can do full page and half page ads. And those, I'm so sorry, I don't remember the prices for things, but we have those. We posted about that on social media recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll share.
Yeah.
We'll share all that stuff.
For sure.
So awesome. I think we're gonna go live. Are you ready for what's on 814, Brenna?
Yes.
You can be.
Yes.
All right.
Just
And you
getting my
guys
paper
are
out.
good being filmed live? Are you okay with that? Okay. Just want to check. And here we go. What's up, everybody? It's What's on 814. Let me turn this thing around because it's on my stupid face. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
So we're here with Anna McJunkin and Hannah Richardson and, of course, Brenna Thumler. What's on 814, Brenna?
Basically the exact same thing as last week,
Awesome.
but we're going to go through it again for those who did not hear last week. So the Academy, Fiddler has wrapped up. Incredible job
So good.
to the entire cast and Julia Kemp, our Lord and Savior. Jersey Boys is next, July 12th through August 4th.
Mm-hmm.
MCT Small Jokes About Monsters is still running through May 19th. All in Act, Charlie's Aunt will be at the Station Dinner Theater because of the tragic fire that happened. May 17th through the 25th. Dramashop. We've been talking with Anna and Hannah here. What a great rhyme. That'll be running June 7th through the 30th. And you can get your tickets now, right? For the show?
Oh, you know what? I needed to ask Zach. I think maybe he had them ready to go.
Okay. Well, if they're not available right now, they will be available very, very soon. So keep your eyes out for
ready
that.
to go.
Yeah. Footlights is doing their spring variety show May 15th and 16th at PACA. PACA, Decision Height, just had their final weekend. So now you have to go see Getting Out. Get
And
out to see Get Out.
to see Getting Out. And next week is their season reveal party.
Yeah, on May 17th, they're doing their reveal.
I'll be singing something for that. So if you guys want to be there, it starts at 5:30 at PACA next Friday.
Cool.
Just saying.
We're going to be doing some podcasts up there too. So
We are. We're going to be podcasting live from the PACA building.
But Getting Out is May 31st through June 16th. That's a... Oh, never mind. I was thinking that's a really long run, but it's normal. Playhouse, we saw Diary of Wimpy Kid last night.
Mhm.
That's running just this weekend and next. So through the 19th. Incredible. Go see it.
So
It's so
good.
funny. It's really sweet. But then Guys and Dolls will be next, June 14th through the 30th. Station Dinner Theater. Today is the last day to see Unnecessary Farce. And that's at 5:30 today. But then Wild Women of Winedale will be June 1st through the 22nd. It's just like alliteration. There's so much alliteration in the world. It's a lot. Warner Theater, Shrek the Musical is coming next week, May 14th and 15th. Then Barrow Civic, SpongeBob is the next show, June 21st to the 30th. And Gannon will be putting on 12th Night at the Leaf Center at Frontier Park, July 14th through the 17th.
Awesome.
And that's everything.
That's everything. That's what's on 814. Thank you to Anna and Hannah.
Thank you.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you, Erie and Meadville and Franklin and wherever you're listening from.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, we have Buffalo, Cleveland.
Do we have someone in Ireland?
We have one person in Ireland that tunes in like every week.
I don't.
Lovely.
And we love Ireland. So,
Yeah.
Send us a message if you're listening from Ireland and we want to bring you on the show on Zoom. That'd be awesome.
And find out why you're listening to us.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
like-
we're curious.
What's the
I'm
connection?
wondering if it's like Seamus or
Maybe.
Ava, because I know they're both over there right now, but they
It
will be
could be.
back soon, so they could come on. Both of them could come on the show.
Well, isn't Seamus in Guys and Dolls?
Yes.
I think so. And
Yes.
Ava's in 12th Night.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I don't know Ava. I don't know who Ava is.
Ava Strip.
Ava Strip.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But if it's somebody else that we just don't know and
Yeah.
have no affiliation with, we want to know. Like,
Grandma.
I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
So shout
Well-
out to everyone here and in Ireland.
And wherever you're listening to, just from New York, whatever, Okay.
All right, bye.
I'm gonna stop
everybody.
blabbering now. Bye.
Thanks.
Love you all.
That's the weirdest wrap up I've ever done.
Love you all.